have the Oshkosh Public Library here to tell us all about the many, many things that they have coming up in this spring and summer. So I'd like to introduce Adeline Miller and Michael MacArthur, some of our Oshkosh Today regulars, it seems, to kind of tell us what you guys have going on. So thank you so much, both of you, for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yes. Now, you guys are very, very busy. I know we were talking before we started taping. You're like, I can't believe how fast time is going. It's already almost summer. So that's what you're here to talk about today, the summer reading program. So I guess first, when you think of summer reading program at the library, first thing you want to think of is, can I do it? So who is it open to?
It's open to everyone of all ages. We have something from babies through adults, so everyone can participate in the summer reading program in some way.
Yes, that's excellent. And especially kids, it's very important that they are reading over the summer. So maybe you can kind of give us some background on why it's so important.
Well, a lot of times in the summer when kids aren't practicing reading on a daily basis like they do during the school year, they get what's called summer slide, which means they actually lose some of their reading skills that they've acquired during the school year, and they start the next school year in the fall with less skills than they finished in the year before. And so just reading and practicing reading throughout the summer just helps them keep those skills and maintain that through the summer. So
definitely. And sometimes it can be hard to keep them engaged and keep them wanting to be reading, which is why the summer reading program is so great, because you have a really fun theme and some prizes and things like that. So why don't you tell us what the theme is and kind of how you'll be kicking it off this year?
All right, so the theme this year is Build a Better World, which is pretty broad. It encompasses a lot of different concepts like architecture or Legos or engineering or community service. So there's lots of different ideas that kind of come off of that. And we're doing a kickoff for the program on June 6th from 2 to 6 p.m. It's for kids and teens to participate. And what they do is they come into the library, they sign up for the summer reading program, and then they do their first 20 minutes of reading right there on site at the library. And then we give them a pass to the Pollock Community Pool.
Ooh, nice.
So the city has provided that, and that's wonderful. I'm glad that they can do that for us.
Definitely. A little bit of motivation to get out there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the water park idea, because then the kids can bring their book along, and while they're taking breaks from swimming, they can read. So there's always the prize aspect of the summer reading program for the kids and teens. So tell us a little bit about that. It's a little different than it has been.
Yep. So we're revamping it a little bit this year, kind of trying to freshen it up, bring a little bit of fresh ideas for it. So I actually brought an example of what the kids can do this year.
Ooh.
So when they check in after their first set of prizes, which they can do every week now, they're going to get one of the silver chains, and every week that they check in, they're going to get a bead. And then on week 3, they're going to get one of these brag tags. There's 3 different ones that they can choose from. On week 6, they're going to get a free book, and then week 9 again, they're going to get another brag tag.
Nice.
So, and then they can get up to 12 beads too.
Excellent.
So this is kind of a built-in incentive. So not only keep reading, but keep building your necklace or keychain. If some kids prefer keychains instead, we have those available too.
Oh, great. And it's kind of a little bit of competitiveness too. You're like, I gotta get that next bead and collect it and everything.
Get my brag tag.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. And then the free book is awesome too.
Yeah, well, we're the library. We like to give away books.
Definitely. And so in addition to the prizes, you have a lot of other activities and events throughout the summer. Tell us about some of those.
So there's tons of events. So and events for all ages. So we've got our story times start up again. We've got story times for kids 3 and under. We've got story times for kids 3 through 7. Mm-hmm. We've got solar oven s'mores. We've got family performers coming in June. Miller and Mike, Magical Poodles, and yes, and Randy Peterson are all coming again this year. And the great thing about that is we used to have it in our meeting room in the library, which was small, but now we're going to have those events at the Masonic Temple across the street from us. And so we will basically have limitless space.
Perfect.
So everybody
No
can
cramping.
participate, no cramping. no people have to be turned away from that. So
wonderful.
Yay, we're
And
very excited.
we can find the whole list of all these on the library's website. Of course, we could talk about them for an hour because there are so many wonderful things to look forward to, and parents definitely got to mark their calendars for all these things and kind of keep their kids engaged, and it's wonderful. So moving on then, I guess, Michael, it's your turn to talk to us about some of the reading program things for adults. Now, as I'm hearing about all this, there's a lot of adults out there that love to read, but would like to be kind of more involved in something too, in addition to that. So kind of tell us about what the summer reading program for adults is.
For adults this year, we're doing this. The second year, we're doing basically a reading bingo. It was the idea coming out of like a reading challenge to kind of push you to read some different things, try some different authors or some different subjects that you'd never read before. So it's a bingo sheet, and you get 5 in a row. You get a bingo. We're giving away prizes. For your first couple of bingos, generally books and DVDs, but we're also getting gift cards for community businesses and Main Street businesses, and we'll have some big, if you like completely finish off the card, which would be about 2 books a week, even for an adult. That's a lot. We'll have some great grand prizes, for the end of the summer. But it's really just something for adults. It is about fun, but we also like to give you a little bit of a challenge too.
Exactly. Yeah. And half the time, for me at least, I'm just looking for an excuse to be able to read. And so it's like there's that extra motivation to, okay, I'm going to set some time aside, relax, and do some reading and actually get it done. So very cool. You're going to have a new event for everybody under the dome in July. And I guess briefly kind of tell us about that too.
So that would be Box City. It's going to be starting July 17th, week of July 17th. It'll be running that full week under the dome. It's for kids of all ages, and they're basically building a city out of cardboard boxes of various sizes. So you get to plan your city, build the library, build the city hall, build houses, and basically be able to walk through this three-dimensional city. So it's a really kind of cool collaborative community art project, really. And it's going to be very neat to have it in the old building under the dome. Yeah.
Definitely, yes. It's always a cool thing to be able to come under the dome and see the history of the library and the beautiful architecture in there. So, well, wow, a lot of things coming up. Like I said, you can definitely find all this stuff on the library's website. Like some other great partnerships with Go Transit, some more information on that is there. Volunteer opportunities, and just more information in general about the summer activities. So,
and I'd be reticent if I didn't forget to remember the teens also get in on this too. The teens have their reading. They're also doing bingo cards and have opportunities to win gift cards and things like that as well. So they'll be doing that the entire summer.
You guys weren't kidding when you said you're busy.
No,
this time of year.
I'm sure we're forgetting stuff, which is why it's important to go to the website.
I know. I keep drilling the website. There's a lot of great information on there, and the Facebook page too. So, Adeline and Michael, thank you both so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you kick off the summer here.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM. And Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. Oshkosh Today.